I mean, the whole initiation is about Fortigan and Mo towards the mid lane here, but who do you give the edge to in this draft here, Hauler?
I mean, for me, struggle because ACT are loaded for bear in that lane.
Okay, as Devil's Advocate, we'll go with ACT. I mean, this is their usual strong power picks, and this might be the hero composition that they need to be up against Blacklist International.
Let's find out in towards the game, as this is game number 1 between ACT Esports Club from PKL and another PKL fan favorite, Blacklist International, will take them on towards the red side. Ate Chantel and Mr. Hauler, please take the stage.
Thank you so much, Sagi. As we get into the third match of the day, Game 1, it's an internal rivalry from the PKL, the #1 team going up against #4. How does ACT Esports take this game?
Definitely for ACT, as much as possible, they want to have those early games, the laning phase as effective as early as now. For Blacklist International, though, they have the information that we have players from ACT on their jungle camp, and surprisingly, there is no counter against them because they have an idea, they have this information, that Just Chi is on the other side. So it feels like for Blacklist International, they might want to go also on that invade since they have 3 players at the middle lane, but they might want to go also on a safer route.
Yeah, definitely a safer route. Blacklist were willing to give that one up. Just Chi, his smite was on cooldown, so there was really no way because they knew that Flukio was there with that smite ready to go. So Blacklist International losing that buff, and now Blacklist International have to react in some way to counter the movements, but ACT being aggressive, very smart for them.
Yeah, definitely for ACT here, they just need to continue that aggression or probably stop the jungling pattern. I mean, Blacklist International is known to be a team that is really great in terms of early game, having Just Chi as the center on that jungling pattern. So as much as possible, if you want to stop that aggression, you need to stop also that rotation. So far for ACT, things are looking great. There is a continuous rotation for them, but Metal Wolf is having a hard time with the range up against Golden Kite's hero on this game. Now, ACT, they need to stack up on those jungles as much as possible. And it is consistent. If you could see, you have 3 players grouping up together, having that support for Flukio with Astral and Tao's being with him.
Yeah, Flukio is walking around with an entourage. Those guys are just quickly helping him just decimate all of those waves and to go on. They know that Flukio is the win condition here. Yes, Metal Wolf will be there to kind of get them over the top or whatever, but Flukio, the fact that they have the timers, they're going to be aggressive. They're going to go for this Crimson Golem. Dragon is there as well, but the control, the first one, the level 4 is going to be used, but Taos is actually going to go down first, and here comes Game1, who actually gets resurrected with that Fatal Fury, and now it looks like they want to go. He gets one more pick up on a Dragon, and Astral goes down. 3 members from ACT, and they're on the run.
3-for-1 trade in favor of Blacklist International. That is a nice clap back. They know that ACT will go again for that invade. It was a fast answer for them, and for ACT, that is very detrimental. They were on the same gold as early as the game goes, but for Blacklist International, because of the play, they were able to take that one out. Chami has been taken down by ZP, so this is a fast answer also for ACT.
Yeah, ZP just going in and fighting 1 versus 2, don't care. Game1 understanding that, hey, his Final Frenzy was down on cooldown. It looked like a really tough spot. He was out of position.
Now for Blacklist International, they are on the lead in terms of gold. So as long as they win those team fights, they will continue this type of aggression against ACT. But looking at the hero composition, again, we've mentioned about the disruptive force or that control with the Princess Frost and even Liang. For Blacklist International, they might want to surprise ACT with those damages from Dragon as early as now. And looking at the gold, okay, surprisingly, even though Just Chi has 2 kills, he is actually somehow of a lead. I mean, there's a gap. Flukio is on the lead in terms of gold.
Yeah, he's got a slight advantage, but the Tyrant going to be picked up by Taos of all people, somehow under the noses of everyone else, and he says, I'm the jungler now.
That's true, that's true. In front of the middle players on the team fight, or during that objective taking. So 3-2 is our score, 4 minutes into our game. Blacklist International
all the control, they have it with the Fever Barrage, and Metal Wolf making Golden Kite pay. What a nice pick off, and Zippy, he's going to get caught out trying to dodge, but you can't dodge out the blades.
You can't really dodge a skill that is more on the long range.
Yeah, but Chaz, he's under the tower, he's going to get gone on. The winner is here, he's going left and right, but Astral gets the pick.
You know what? This is a very interesting match because it's just 4 minutes, but a lot is happening around the map. It's very different from the usual games that we've seen all throughout KIC. This is where familiarity comes in. They know how players or how their enemies will rotate around the map. And look at Chami1 just focusing on objective against ACT, and it's going to be detrimental for ACT on this game as much as possible. You don't want those towers to be destroyed as early as 5 minutes. And here's another objective for Blacklist International onto this game. There's going to be the Overlord taken by them. They continue on taking the jungles. Now ACT, they're grouping up. They have a team composition that is meant also for a team fight. You have the crowd control, you have the damage, but for Flukio, as much as possible, he needs
all the control.
Item.
They have it with that Fever Barrage. The winner is here on top of that, but the dodge away Chaz is going to be fine. Golden Cut at about half-life. Does a little bit of work on the Taos, but they're not able to get some sort of pick. But Chami1 showing up, getting the pick off, and now Taos is looking to just stay alive, but he's going to be picked as well. Chami1 with a double kill. Blacklist International with a nice little gank attempt. They have a little furball. They're going to try to take out Flukio, and now Zeppy is looking to join from the top side. Blacklist International, all 5 members, and they're going to continue on. Metal Wolf with a roaming gun, just trying to stay alive, but he gets picked off with that flaming palm. They want to go for Zeppy as well. Furball is on the chase, but it looks like Blacklist International at some point are going to hold their horses.
Oh man, Blacklist International is just proving to ACT why they are the champions of BKL. Now middle lane, it's going to be a killing spree for Chami1. Just imagine, he was at the top lane, destroying the tower, went in for the double kill at the bottom lane, and even having a kill at the middle lane. Chami1, a BKL Finals MVP, is all over the place.
Yeah, and look, if this is how, I mean, we've seen this in the PKL where the teams like to fight. This is probably the most entertaining way to play.
Fight now.
I mean, injected it in my veins because I love it. There's so much action going on, and it's not even 7 minutes.
Yeah, so much hype coming in from both their teams, and what I really like is for ACT, they have this answer. I mean, they're not backing out also against Blacklist International, but at some point, they need a breather on this game. I really like that for Flukio is focusing now on having that split push. They need a breather again, just like what I've mentioned. Blacklist International is now on the lead. There's a lot of pressure coming in at the middle lane. For ACT, as early as now, we need to see that damage coming in from Metal Wolf with the Bloodseeker that he has.
Yeah, Chami1 though completely zones out Zippy on this one. The top T2 about to go down. They have that control. Do they have that damage? Chaz taking a death precipice to the face. It looks like he's going to be fine.
Now here's the thing. We've mentioned about crowd control for ACT, but it's more like a double-edged sword. If they are not in position or not in the right position whenever there is a threat from Blacklist International, it's going to be hard for them.
Chami1 taking a decent amount. The Final Frenzy, at least for now, but he's been locked down and he will be shut down. Flukio with a slam dunk, taking him down.
Great play coming in from ACT, but at the same time for Blacklist International, building up that momentum again. Chami1 has been the guy for this game. In terms of how they really play, it's as if you have a lot of damages coming in from the Ganonmo with the parallel or linear damages rather, and at the same time you have the support on Justice Agudo. So for ACT right now, as long as they give enough space for Metal Wolf on that barrage, then it's going to be a good thing for them.
I mean, Taos has got to set it off, and I think that Blacklist International totally understand that. If we're going to get caught out, we want one guy up front, and then they have the stuns or the damage themselves with like Dragon, just with those blades to kind of counteract him, right? So they understand what they could potentially do.
And you know what, for ACT, what's really hard is, you've mentioned about Dragon. There's no really someone from ACT that could actually dive, given the fact that majority of the players of Blacklist International now has the items. So for ACT, the winning condition now is to somehow have a pick off on other sides of the map, probably go for a split push also, and prioritize on contesting the other objective taking. If they win any of those departments, then they can slowly have that push against Blacklist International. By the way, Justy is at 2-0-1, but look at Chami, 4-2-4. Perfect KDA for this game, even though he is the one sustaining most of the damage for this game.
Yeah, really, this is Chami1. This is his specialty, right? He's not only going to get the kills, but he's also going to make such an impact with when he does initiate. He's all the way in the bottom lane split pushing.
Yeah, that's true. And again, for Blacklist International, they're just slowly giving that information for ACT that they're willing to contest.
Oh, they're going to go in. Flukio actually takes this one. He's going to Blood Rage, and they're looking to turn this one. Zeppi looking to just kind of go in. The Flaming Palm on point, but then look at how, Jamie1 is all the way in the bottom lane, not even in the fight at this moment, but with Justy down, I don't think you can continue on.
Okay, so there's a lot of discipline coming in from ACT for Blacklist International. I'm just not sure if that was really the game plan, but the good thing is that they were able to take a high ground tower against ACT, so at least they get that objective. And it's very detrimental for ACT. I'm just not sure how they will capitalize on having this Overlord, and they're now positioned on the Tyrant. So 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes into our game. Yes, Blacklist International is on the lead, but ACT is making their move against the Blacklist. You have Sapien, even Taos, giving their
the flash, the control, they actually have them locked in, and that is that combination. The moment you're under tower, they don't even care. With that Winter is here, that's an easy kill.
Winter is here for ACT. This is the strength of their hero composition. They're now slowly building that momentum against Blacklist International. And this is not new to them. They're used to longer games. They're used to that late game mechanism, and for Blacklist International, they need to somehow sustain that aggression that they gave during the early game and even mid game. So as long as Jamie1 is able to do that split push, then they can potentially end this game. But looking at the things right now, ACT is now positioned around this Tyrant.
Yeah.
Blacklist International, they also have the information.
Yeah, the Responder Revolver just kind of scurrying them away. The Tyrant is going to be eventually leashed, I would think. I mean, he's all the way on the outside at this point. Flukio doing a good job of tethering in. The Furball with that Winter is here. Do they have enough? And Dragon with the blades, but they do have the control. The steal is going to be on point with that one. And now Zeppi getting a little bit low. Flukio is going to be killed as well with the Resplendor Revolver. With that Fever Barrage, just not enough to take anyone down. Astral is left in no man's land. Jamie1 slicing him down, looking for the rest. And Taos is on the run. Jamie1 and Justy looking to go, and they take him down, and that will be an ace.
An ace for for Blacklist International against ACT. They will take down the tower at the middle lane. This might be it for them. The only player that will be alive is going to be Flukio and Zeppi to defend at their pace. I think this is it, Holler.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it. There's no way. I mean, 5 more seconds till Flukio, and Blacklist International are going to take Game 1 off an amazing team fight.
What a great play.